Nobody believed in him. Not because he was lazy, not because he lacked talent, but because he had nothing. No rich parents, no fancy degree, no startup capital. Just a second-hand laptop that overheated every 20 minutes and a head full of questions. His name was Arjun. Arjun grew up in a small town where dreams were whispered, not spoken loudly. Stability was the goal. Risk was the enemy. But Arjun was different. Not smarter, not more connected, just more restless. He didn't want a secure paycheck. He wanted to build something of his own. Yet one sentence trapped him. Business needs money, and I don't have any. That sentence became his prison. He watched young millionaires online, startup founders raising millions, influencers launching brands overnight, and with every story, he felt smaller. I'm already behind. The real battle wasn't outside, it was inside his head. One evening, sitting on the terrace, staring at distant city lights, he asked himself one question. What if money is not the first requirement? That question changed everything. Instead of asking, how can I get money? He asked, what problems are people facing that no one is solving well? He stopped looking at success stories. He started looking at people. He noticed small shop owners struggling, good products, zero strategy. They wanted growth, but didn't understand digital visibility. Arjun didn't have money, but he had time, he had curiosity, he had the internet. While others complained, he collected knowledge like gold. 3 months later, he understood digital marketing better than most local businesses. Doubt still whispered, "You're too young, you're not experienced, why would anyone trust you?" But this time, he acted before confidence arrived. He walked into a small bakery and made an offer. Let me grow your Instagram for free. If sales increase, then you can pay me. The owner laughed, but he agreed. Arjun worked without sleep. Simple photos, emotional captions, smart positioning, tiny improvements that made the brand look premium. 30 days later, weekend sales increased by 28%. It wasn't magic, it was thinking. That small payment wasn't life-changing, but something inside him changed. He didn't need capital, he needed value. He repeated the process, 2 businesses, 5, 10. Others invested money, he invested attention. Within 2 years, he built a consulting firm from his bedroom. No fancy office, no big launch, just clarity. Investors started approaching him, but by then, he no longer needed them desperately, because he had built something stronger than funding. He had built thinking. One day, a student asked him, "How much money did you start with?" Arjun smiled. "0. Then how did you grow so fast?" Arjun replied calmly, "I didn't start with money. I started with questions. Money follows solutions, not the other way around. Most people wait for resources. Smart people move to create them. Capital is loud, but clarity is powerful. Money builds buildings, but thinking builds empires. So the next time you say, I don't have money, ask yourself a better question. Do I have the courage to think differently? Because success does not begin in your bank account. It begins in your mind. And the person who learns to think smart can start from 0 and still build everything."